So we're picking up with Final Fantasy XVI right where we left off. I believe we just got back to the hideaway after having dealt with Kupka. I doubt it'll be the last that we see of him, given that he was not killed and instead was taken away by Bahamut, whose name is Prince something or another. Four-letter name starting with D. I swear my brain is a crossword puzzle sometimes. Alright, we've got a letter. We just got a letter.
No holla back, girl.
I could have sworn it was. Ah, okay. Alright, we got more hunts. Oh, we got one more hunt. Okay, what do we have? Boom. Muddy murder. A pool of opalescent ooze that has been sighted. Oh, it's another Morble. Okay. I do have trouble remembering the nationalities of a lot of people. Alright, muddy murder. Wow, that didn't take long. How's everyone doing today? Let's head up and check the mail and talk to Tomes. Yeah, how's your back and your arm, man? I just saw your post on Discord a couple minutes ago. I'm going the long way for reasons.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Sid's gonna chop off Kupka's head this time.
You were born in Russellif, weren't you? How's it coming along?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Starfield intrigues me. I was not aware the game had space combat. I mentioned this. It makes me miss free space in a bad way. I think I'm going to wait for the game to go on sale. I apologize for what happened at Rosalith. I fear what might have happened had not you, Gav, and Torgal fought so fiercely. Yeah, you were about to have your head chopped off. Seeing the city I had once come to know as my home reduced to flame and rubble has left me with much sadness in my heart. Yeah, I know how that goes. Focus on the here and now. Our memories will be waiting for us when this is all through. Yeah. Ah, of course.
It's all right. Sid has nothing to fear from him.
Yeah, I'm one of those weird people that doesn't have a Game Pass subscription. What was I doing? I was checking the mail. We did that. We'll hit the main quest in a moment. Okay. This is not route. Okay. Da, 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 da. Where is it? Odd Hill. I think I'm... Okay, there we go. I did forget about Tomes. I'll hit him when we get back. Alright, so we're looking for a pile of ooze. And I want to make sure I'm headed the right way, which is good that I checked because I wasn't. I don't think I've stocked on potions. Let's see if my skill will get me through. What? Was it necessary to catcall the chocobo? Okay, hang on. How am I doing on... Oh, I am not stocked. I need to deal with that. Back to the hideaway. It was premature. It was premature. I need to restock. I'm not taking the risk. It's a stupid idea. Oh, I'm gonna fight a boss that's probably really hard with no supplies. Because that's what winners do.
Coin purse weighing you down.
Shut up, Karen.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Then raise your prices and stop whining at me. Alright, let's go talk to Tomes. Since we forgot the last time we were here.
Tome says he's looking for books about.
My knowledge is yours. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting.
Holy Order of Shields. Okay.
You wish to study the tomes?
Horrigal, yes. Oh, nice! It lets you see, like, the previous entries for them. That's cool. I had never noticed that
Did
before.
you learn everything you needed?
Swear, the way the game handles its lore is so freaking cool. I think the way that the game does its, like, in-game glossary stuff may be Final Fantasy XVI's, like, great contribution to the genre. It's a genius idea. Other than that, it's just a really good game with a good story that's pretty much on rails. Alright. Let's look at our abilities. I got a crap ton of points. Let's spend some of them. Any recommendations on Titan abilities that I should use? This Titanic block intrigues me. But I have a feeling, because I have to be in Titan mode to use it, it's going to be very situational to me. The repeat punch? Let's see. Can be used in midair. Raging Fists. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Let's spend some more points. Or... let's see. Yeah, the storm, you're right. Judgment Bolt would be nice too. I don't have the one for it. Yeah, I did. It's a little blurry and I had a little trouble interpreting your build from that, but I appreciated you sending it to me. Alright, so we will do... Wicked Wheel goes away. Aerial Blast comes back. And since we've made some changes, I'm just going to save. Not for nothing. Just, you know... making a precaution, because I'm probably going to die or something.
Come on.
Oh. I didn't know you could send clips over the PlayStation Network. In general, I don't like it when a console manufacturer tries to turn their console into a social network. So I generally just disable all that crap, like, immediately. Alright, this is the wrong way, I think. Nah! If I get hit, they'll knock me off the bird.
Thanks, girl.
Whoops. Oh! We found it. Oh! It's one of these fools. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the horses wish they could do that.
Take us in a way.
Okay, I wasn't sure what that was going to do. Whoa! That was a bigger explosion radius than I thought it would be. Good to know. Oh, that's not what I meant to do right now. Awesome. Oh, and I switched that out. Boy, I am just blowing it. What? I can't even see when it's coming. Oops. Late dodge. Now we're getting some timing down. Oh, they tracked me. Awesome. The more you know. Let's get out of that. Perfect. Like winners. It's big explosion radius. There we go. Too early. Tornado and ice. Too early again. Whoa! He went all goopy hands on me. This is a bad time to have to itch my nose. Okay. This fight is going terribly for me. Oh, okay. Dodged that too early, but it still counted. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm finally getting some of the timings down. Whoa! Frickin' lasers!
Nice try.
Alright, come on. At least I finally got somewhat of a handle on it towards the end. That started in terrible fashion. Whoa! 2 levels at once. Ooh.
I got another mission for you if you're sober.
Whatever it was.
Alright, back to the hideaway. What else is new? My goal here, Fix, is consistency. You can always expect the same level of derpishness from me.
Is it business or pleasure? Coin purse weighing you down? You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Not all of the nobles made it out alive. Kupka and his men had their
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Best of luck out there, Sid.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Ah, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and our other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Good evening, Firm. How are you?
Nope, 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 nope.
Clive,
Have fun with
you're
Starfield?
saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be
I
staying?
do
this
like
time?
her. She's got spunk.
A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Yeah, I was hoping to get to watch more of it, but then I got pulled into a no-warning meeting. I hate those.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance
Working on
was
a
breath of
Rapunzel
fresh
act.
air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Oi, Otto, you got my guilt.
Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
Of course she did.
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Quite the little silver-tongued liar. Yeah, you got conned. You pay the consequences.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
You took your time.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause.
Good thinking.
But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my neck to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well, well, well. If Sid could see you now. All right. I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
Good evening, Signal. How you doing? Welcome back.
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
I love how she comes in and immediately just starts, like, bossing everybody around.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Well, I definitely wanted to talk to Blackthorn anyway.
Sid's gonna chop
Since we got a crafting material off of that sludgy Madoo.
How's it coming along?
Okay. Alright, Blackthorn, you're up.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Fly kit. Series of ineffable devices seemingly drawn from the pages of a mad alchemist notebook. Yeah, Sid's daughter. We just met her.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Till I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's.
Now shut your lid! Oh, wait. I want to talk to you again. You have new things to craft.
Yeah. What's that for you, dear?
Rhinestone. Yes, please.
No scratches, right? Anything else?
So I guess I'll use that crafting material later. Okay. Boy, I love it when I get to talk to you.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's...
Sid's in virtually every Final Fantasy game. I don't recall another Mid, though. But there's been so many of them, I'm virtually certain I've forgotten.
Planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
He's usually an engineer of some kind.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment...
It's paid.
The due of the
100 times
universe.
over by what that girl's done for us. If
Oh,
it weren't for her
you're not going to
filters, we'd
gripe
have
at
had to
her?
drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
I see. So she's nice to everyone but me.
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Yeah. We gotta head down to the deck. Which I would have understood had I read the actual quest text. All aboard! Yeah. I legitimately might just start teleporting back to Eastpool to restock to avoid talking to her.
Do, Master Sid? Bardolph. Maid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right.
So Sid was the person who started the hideaway and was giving bearers a way to basically choose their own death. Spoilers, Sid died, and so I have taken over the name Sid as a title of sorts.
And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
That's some nice jujitsu right there. I can't do it. Make someone else do it.
Okay.
Let's see. No quests. Excellent. The hideaway is built on the ruins of an airship. And now that Mid is here, I'm almost certain she's going to make the thing fly. Sure. The local map or the world map? Or is this another one of those haha made you look moments?
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Home finds itself in need of an extra
Our
carpenter.
home.
I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
You check my memory for something, you're not going to find much but air. I might as well do it from here. All right. It is indeed. He has some special abilities, and I can pet him. Yeah, I'm dog sitting.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Ah! As I try to immediately run him off of a bridge. Yeah, it's a skin thing. They released an update to Final Fantasy XVI about a week ago that lets you kind of customize appearances. So far, the options are not much, but I prefer this look for Torgal than his default, like, gray fur. This is the wrong way. No, it's not. I never should have doubted my finely tuned hunting instincts. It does look cool. I wasn't sure about it at first when I first looked at it, but seeing him in combat and like what he looks like in the world, he looks really cool.
Hi. If it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I.
He sounded
Tell
hurt
me
by
where you
that.
want
She
That's the
doesn't
spirit.
care about me?
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Go kill those
course.
scorpions over there.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves.
It's a fixer-upper. Put a new roof on there, coat of paint. Look like new.
But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't
That's
you?
a phrase I'm not familiar
Any
with.
chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Yeah, I was not a fan of Clive's alternate look. They do let you transmog the weapon, which is nice. I much preferred the look of Invictus.
This shouldn't take long.
Alright. Get torched! More enemies appear. Yeah, there it is. Oh, nice. Huh. New milestone reached. You've increased your trophy. What is this mess? Yeah, it's a twist with this particular... Oh!
Nice try.
All right. Yeah, that was stupid.
Nice try.
That should do the trick. I do really love that ability. Dragon Talon. Okay, cool.
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot.
Shouldn't you be heading to the hideaway?
Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
Yeah.
How long
When
is it
Clive
since
gets
the village was
sad,
abandoned?
bit rocky.
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as
Yeah.
I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
That should
Okay.
take care of Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks of anything else.
I think you're way too late for that, Clive. Whoop. I don't think I used any potions, but I'll do... No. She's got new crap. Alright. What do you want?
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Go on, then.
I hate her and her stupid face. Okay, nothing new. Channeler's Whispers. Charge magic. Let's see. Ooh.
Finished, are you?
He's got nothing new. Okay. I don't know what she had that was new, but yay. More voice lines. The chest on my balcony. Oh, I opened it a while ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I opened it. Let me double check though.
It's all right.
I love that they have fast travel on the world map. Can I have some fast travel in the hideaway? Constantly running around this place is annoying. Okay, that's not what that is. Just on the balcony. Yes, I did. Cool. And I can't hop railings. I'm sure that I spotted it and opened it during the one of many times that I got lost around here. Yeah, I mean, look at this, man. What, he gets like 3 inches off the ground? That's not even a jump. It would barely qualify as a hop.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
Okay, nothing down there. Getting closer.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
Did I go the wrong way around? Yes, I did.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
Oh, I did see something down there. That's why I looked at it,
Orders,
but I didn't
and
tell
a
what it
carpenter
was.
by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you need?
Is it just me, or was that super suggestive? Like, shake the hips? Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
It was just something about the way the line was delivered after he, like, repositioned himself that was kind of like, ah, creeper, no creeping. Wind up cooldown time by 3 seconds.
That's my good deed for the day done.
Oh. I was like, man, I haven't used any of the Titan abilities. That's because they're not equipped. Oh. Well then, that means Rama's going away. I like those abilities the
Let's see how
least.
Jill's faring.
Okay, we got some more side quests. And we're heading back to where I was going earlier, so I'll get to check out that chest. It's not looking like I'll be able to get that quest without continuing the main story. Yeah, there it is.
Sorry,
I spotted this, but didn't recognize what it was.
To do with the rinse?
Side quest. One of the side quests is in here. If I visit the infirmary, I'll continue the main quest. But that's okay. I can start it and then do the side quest.
Ah, Clive.
Talia. How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time, and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover.
They don't have laser tattoo removal?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden. And
exactly.
We must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential. And we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
Ammonia.
You'll go. Oh, thank you. No one knows herb lore like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Okie dokie. We'll go pick some flowers. I'm sure it will be a lovely jaunt in a beautiful field, and no monsters will be involved whatsoever.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering?
The Litlands have been up to their own tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of Cursebreakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the confusion, but this was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed?
Such is the burden of leading men.
Before they go out, I always remind them why
in a battle situation,
what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Let's do it. Okay, that's this. Let's go find those people first. I'll pick flowers later.
Slavers don't even...
No use calling Ambrosia now.
I need to be 5 steps further away from the camp.
Yeah.
All right. I was not aware that the removal of the brand required a surgery. I wasn't sure what they were doing about it. So what you fellas doing?
Safe. Cole, I'm glad you're in one piece.
Didn't expect to find you just sitting in a field.
If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slavers' carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance. I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
Oh, we're gonna bust them out ourselves?
See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
I mean, it's within eyesight. Okay. Let's fight some goblins.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Don't protect. Multiple goblin casters. Screw y'all. Huh. Oops. Wait, I have to charge this too? Oh, that's right. Titans is a block. Oops. Gotta hold that down for the right time. Let's practice. This is going great. Not bad. I'm not a huge fan of the way that you have to charge the Titan abilities. That would be why I'm not finding it. Cool. Oops.
Like my package that gives me stimuli.
This precision blocking counter is really nice. I do like that. I think I actually prefer the precision block to the parry. Or not parry, the precision dodge.
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Evening, Dustin.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Okay, I did terribly in that fight. But I had to practice with the abilities. Let's go ahead and equip the one that I missed. Okay. Wind up, punch forward. Okay, we're going to replace this one with Raging Fists. Actually, no. I am going to go to the local map and fast travel to this place where I can restock without talking to Karen. I wasted some potions experimenting with the Titan abilities. Yeah, but then I would have had to... Yeah, you're right. Not only was it closer to where I was, but it's actually closer to the fast travel as well.
What can I interest you in today?
Medicine,
I hope
please.
it's to your liking.
Alright. To the other side quest. To pick some flowers.
The river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
Probably shouldn't have wasted this right now. I just want the trash to go away. Oh, they survived. Okay. Grab this. Never mind the tornado around the corner.
I hope it's the right one.
This looks like lavender. They don't look blue to me.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while.
Okay. That was easy enough.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
There you go.
Sid, welcome back. A Stolas from the Dame arrived not long after you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself.
Yeah, we managed to
Maybe I
save a couple
wouldn't.
more people.
I keep making the wrong decisions.
Cole and the others got home safely. You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
Look, man, sometimes you have to make big decisions with incomplete information. It sucks, but, you know, some risks are worth it.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use. Thank you for your faith in me. I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them. But I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Yeah, it's the moment that you stop respecting the gravity of those decisions that you shouldn't be doing it anymore. Rising flames cool down by 2 seconds. Okay. Whoop, back this way. I get more renown rewards.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts.
Direwolf Jess.
You earned this.
Okay.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Which is what? Combo damage by 5%. That's not bad. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Oh, this might not be bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to slap this on. And I'll be replacing what? Rook's Gambit damage? I barely use it. I use it like twice per fight. Alright, here's your ammonia.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
I wonder what the surgery to remove a brand
yes.
looks like.
This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But...
Yeah,
sorry.
right?
I'm still
I mean, they look like they burned them off.
The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision. A single slip.
Wow.
And the poison fouls the patient's blood. Failure means death. And even success
that's
means
devious.
Tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physicist's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
That was interesting. Like, all I could think about with the brand was that they were just tattoos. Like, I didn't know about that whole poison under the skin thing. That's a really devious twist. Alright, let's talk to Gav and see what he's found out about Torgal. He's very curious about why Torgal turned into a dominant.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks. Jill looked white as a sheet.
Of course, that's why Ari wants to go to Meyer tonight. She ran out of goldfish, so she has no snacks.
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound.
That explains why Torgal was so attached to Jill.
Dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Are we still doing phrasing?
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Time to see Mid's workshop.
Brilliant.
I mean, it looks like a start.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I
You're
promise
welcome.
I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Interesting. I thought for certain that this was going to wind up being a vendor. Alright, now that we're done with the mid-diversion, we get to continue the main story a bit. But before we do, I'm going to take a brief AFK, and I'll be back in a few minutes. In the meantime, enjoy these clips. We'll keep on going. Alright, I'm back. I suspect that they're always hostile. I was a little disappointed when I replayed Red Dead 2 on the PC and found out that they've done something to where you can't hurt the horses anymore. I know that makes me sound weird, but it kind of removes the fun out of the game for me. I'm a terrible human being.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Another strategic briefing.
We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
So are we just going to wait standing here?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Hello, Uncle.
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
Meanwhile, at the halls of justice.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage.
This whole setup is so creepy and weird. The way she pets him is like a lapdog.
Trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
Great.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
So now Kupka's working with the Empire.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
I still think he sounds like Paul Bettany.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan.
Yeah, it's a similar. There's something similar about the sound of the voice,
what of your
but I agree.
subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Wow.
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
What's this thing with him and flowers?
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once.
Friggin' psychopath.
May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
That kid creeps me out.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Litlands have been up to...
There's just one thing after another around here.
Alright. What's going on, Uncle?
My lumbago.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
I like the delivery on that.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast.
I like that he gets a
can
bust
this
on
be
the
said of
map.
your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving
No, it'd take
waves.
too long.
His life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Seems like a valid theory, but what does that give us?
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, All roads lead to Drake's Fang.
And another
Allow
crystal.
me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Candleward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Okay.
Lid's finished outfitting her little workshop with a lid.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk anything I have to. I promise.
2 birds, 1 stone,
Lands around
perhaps?
Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn.
No, he got
heard
spirited
nothing
away and
since he died.
evidently has survived.
I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Yeah.
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Next time,
fuck for
Gadget.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Okay.
All right, Uncle.
Which means that I'm probably going to get to fight Titan after all.
Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
You used the joke yesterday. Yeah, my joke was that I disarmed him, and yours was that I had handled him, which is better. I almost made that the title of the VOD on YouTube, but I try not to put spoilers in titles for those who might be coming in unawares.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Yeah, it's that flowery language. The riddle of the sand. I'm terrible at riddles. Yep, whole new area. Okay.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins.
Yeah, I know, but
Welcome,
there's
Clive.
monsters to
It's all
kill.
too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
Oh, right. Let's go ahead and nuke them.
Many years ago...
I mean, I'm sure this comes as a surprise to absolutely no one, but I feel like I do okay at some types of riddles, but extraordinarily dense at some riddles with very simple answers.
When you were just a boy...
Particularly
you and I
ones
rode
based
this way
around
together,
wordplay.
accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived. You whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you.
Why are you talking right now? He's talking while he's fighting stuff. Right, forgot I replaced that. Whoops. I can juggle. Okay. Man, I bet this place would be incredibly warm to live in. Hey, no treasure. Surprising. Thought for sure we were going to run into something here. That dust devil looked cool.
I can't see a thing.
I can see plenty.
Let us turn back before we lose our way.
Oh, what happens if I do? He's trying to give me good advice. I am just choosing to treat it as if it came from chat and not listen to it. Come on, you can get down there. Clive! Don't be a wuss. Alright, so this is a whole little peninsula all its own. Hello! Yeah! You didn't need those vital organs. Who would that be? For me, it's not a matter of ignoring someone, but simply being oblivious. Like in games, but to chat as well. I got so used to these guys like casting protect and stuff, I just forgot it that sometimes they would just throw random magic my way. Okay, another chocobo, couple of chocobos over here. A black chocobo that I can't fight. I could probably shoot magic at it. There we go. Whoops. I just wanted to warm the place up a little bit, that's all. Auntie's not here, so it's safe for me to kill birds. Okay. There's a little nook down over here. I don't know why I'm running through this place on foot. Let's do this a little bit quicker. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Okay. No. It's not necessary. The bird fight's done. Everything's cool.
You deserve a rest.
That'll work. That's the wrong way. I'm not a fan either. Whee! Into this little crevasse here. See what we got back here. Salamander. Let's go. Whoa! What? Oh, that must be the Berserker ring. Oh, that's the Berserker ring doing that. Interesting. Why haven't I've had that thing forever? Why do I wait until now to put it on? No second swing? I really like that Titanic block a lot. Wasn't ready for that. Why do I always get hit by the first? What? He gets to keep doing stuff? So that Titanic counter does not interrupt him. Good to know.
I needed that.
All right. Let's get out of here. Whoop. I see this. And it's on my map now. Okay.
Come on.
Almost didn't spot that thing. When I'm fighting something, when I'm fighting one of those big boss monsters, like I have nothing in my eyes but me and him, so I didn't even notice we were fighting around one of those things. Still don't know what they're for, but Rocket made a special point to have me find one that I missed, so it's going to be something important later. All it makes me think of is the Berserker gravestones. Alright, we cleared all that. Everything's all well and good there. We're back on the path, so now we can see.
That'll do, girl.
Wait, what? Why did I get off? Oh, did I try to make you go over a wall and you didn't want to?
No need to ride from here.
No! Oh, it's because it's technically a town, and I get off the chocobos in towns. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right? Would hate to make it look worse. Helldiver. Oh, I can fight on the chocobo? Alright, let's get off the bird. This is not working. I like that flourish he does when he digs the blade around. That looks cool. Alright, we got more wild chocobos. I won't fight them this time. Bandit's Bend. Or the Bandit's Bed. I haven't been over there. Yeah, let's take a look over there.
Good God.
Woo! These big areas you have to explore. You'll never know what you find in those little nooks and crannies. Sunhound. Cute. I like this open world combat where the enemies are actually on the map, so you can just be like, nah, I don't want to fight you right now, and just keep on moving.
Have you lost your way already, my boy?
No.
The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Would you friggin' relax? I just want to look around. What? Oh, okay. The way the game slowed me down right then and monsters started popping out, I thought I was encountering some boss. Alright. What is that? Oh. Whoops. I found a mark.
Well, Clive. Looks like you're gonna need a bigger sword.
Okay, don't block those, dodge them. Way too early. That was ridiculously way too early. Never learned too late. Okay, he swivels fast. Still too early. Still too early. I just can't get the hang of the timing on that one. That one I feel like I've got down pretty well. Punch that turtle right in the kidneys. There we go. I should have hit this one first. It's gonna be on the ground for frickin' forever when he wakes back up. I can't see him. What is going on? I'm trying to figure out the timing for like weaving abilities in between the blocks. Get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay, that's what that does. Whoa! Whoops, forgot to charge that. No, I'm not calling the tornado this time. I like this Berserker ring a lot. I think I found a new combat routine I'm really happy with right now. Scarletite.
They should have stayed at its shell.
Okay. That's all that was back here. No problem.
Come on.
Now we can head to the town and refill or restock there. I'm not going to bother fighting the trash. Both Rocket and Fix have told me they never had any need to grind, so. I have a feeling this lady we're being sent to see is not going to like us using Sid's name. No, I'm running by these dudes. Admittedly, I was clearing out areas when I first got here. And then I remembered I didn't need to do that, and this place was huge. Let's go down here. And swing a wide left. Run, there are monsters, you fool!
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Oh. Now we're at the other side of the desert. I'll finish exploring the rest of this place later. Let's get to the town.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
It's right there!
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
Just like the ones I killed in the
such a
desert.
long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
We gonna pull a K's, wander into the saloon, and
now,
shoot up the
Torgal.
place?
Dogs aren't allowed inside.
You know, that sword doesn't make you look inconspicuous, Clive. Yeah. Dude, don't act weird. You're acting so weird right now.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
What do the locals eat?
Something light. We do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Yeah. What's the catch of the day in the desert? Oh, Joshua's here.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
I like the tension in this scene. Gives the hope of a chance encounter.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Smooth.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Man, all that Clive told you to do is shut up. Don't talk. And you open your mouth to say one thing, and you've blown our cover.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
Everybody's just like, oh, gotta go. What is happening here?
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground. Nice. That was a slapstick moment.
Take it.
Try it.
I'm sure the place was a fixer-upper. Just doing some redecorating, that's all. Oh, good.
Just like that.
You.
For your trouble.
Knew he was gonna friggin' burp. I knew it!
Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Get out of my place. You're not gonna tell him? Oh, that water looks cool.
Now's our chance.
Yeah, Ultima knows Clive's nearby.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
I thought that was why she wasn't mentioning him. Fresh slab. Ready to redecorate any way you want. What? Oh.
Clive?
Missed him by that much. He left the carrots behind. That's how he knows. He still doesn't like carrots.
It's nothing. Let's go.
What, you don't want to tell him Joshua's still alive? I'm sure that Uncle would be happy to hear he has 2 surviving nephews. I have a knack for getting into long cutscenes when it's time to call it a night.
Where are you? Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Alright. So we are going to stop there for the night. That's actually perfect timing. I thought that this cutscene was going to go a little bit longer than it did.